Hi, my name is Tom, and I have been working on modernizing the documentation included with Amira-Avizo software. This short video provides an overview of the changes we have made to improve the accessibility of the documentation for the 2024.1 release. To jump right in, the first significant change is once we launch the documentation from Amira-Avizo, it's no longer opening in the internal browser. It's now opening in the default browser for your system. There are a number of advantages on this. One of them being that you no longer get problems of modality, so the documentation doesn't block the application. We have used HTML5 as opposed to the old system, which was based off of generating HTML4 from LaTeX. It's a more flexible output. It allows us much more control over the output, and we can integrate more advanced features into it. We've been working with global digital technical publications. It allows us to have a more accessible documentation in terms of respecting accessibility guidelines. So the text is larger, there is more spacing between the text, and it's constrained to within a central portion of the page, so you don't get lines of text that run on and on and on. If you have a higher resolution monitor, that can become a problem. And images are constrained within this area, which keeps them readable, but without them taking up an excessively large portion of the page. And jumping into what you actually see in the documentation. So when you arrive on the front page, you have a quick summary of the new features. And you'll notice at the bottom, there is a link. This link is present on every page, and it goes directly to the customer support portal, allowing quicker access if there is a question that can't be answered via the documentation. It provides immediate access to the knowledge base that allows customers to search that, or they can connect to raise a support ticket. We also have a small section on the side that indicates how to contact support, how to raise a ticket, which has come up as some customers having queries on this, particularly if they're not native English speakers navigating the portal. Having a few steps is helpful for that. What we'll notice is that when I arrive on a page, the search bar is already active. And if I change to a new page, the search bar is still active. So I can start typing immediately. If I find I've arrived on the wrong page, I can just return to the search engine without having to bother clicking on it. The new search engine has a different mechanism compared to the old search engine. The results are ranked, so they should give you the most relevant results. The most pertinent results should be the top results within your search. And it also has the ability to return micro content. In this case, we've included links to the videos that are hosted on the Extras website. So we can go to this tutorial. We can watch something that's on the Extras website. If you have a customer who is offline, as I know is the case for maybe 10, 15% of customers, we've provided the link so that they can go find it themselves. But that does require an internet connection to access. This allows you to stay within the documentation environment, but also provides access to a wide range of video tutorials, which are extremely helpful. And once you arrive on any page, the table of contents is automatically updated on the right-hand side. So it shows you your context, and it shows you related pages close to it. So I can jump straight through to the AI-assisted segmentation tutorial, for example. And once I'm on this page, I'm going to start working through the tutorial. And I think, I need to see the Extras installer because I haven't installed the data. What I can do then is to open that in a new tab because I'm in an external browser. I can work through the Extras installer. And once done, I can just simply close that, and I've not changed my position on the page. It allows you to open multiple pages if you need them open at the same time. You also have the facility to add a bookmark. Even though this is a local page, it is on your computer. You can add a bookmark for quick reference to pages that you visit a lot. And right, so if I then return to the search bar, I'm going to now search for Volren. I want to look for the volume rendering module. Another advantage of the search is that you can just type the first 3 characters of a word you're looking for, which works quite well for searching for modules or for editors. And as we can see for Volren, the first thing that has been returned is the volume rendering module. I also see the actual volren module. Should I search for volren without a space, it's going to return the volren module. But in this case, I wanted the volume rendering. It just speeds up the search process a little bit. So I arrive on the page, and now I assume I'm not a native English speaker. I have access to my in-browser translation tools. So on this page, I'm using Firefox to look at the page. My tool is called Translate Web Pages. And I'm just going to click on that. I'm going to choose which language I want to choose. So I can choose from a wide list of languages, a huge list of languages with this tool, in fact. If I pick Chinese, for example, I can get a translation into Chinese. I can go choose another language. Let's, I don't know, what should I pick? Let's pick Danish. I can translate into Danish, given the caveat that this is machine translation. So it is good and it can be very helpful, but it's not 100% effective. It's not the same as a professional. I'll return back to that. I'll quickly jump over to the volume integrals page, no, the volume fraction page, just to highlight that the presentation of equations within the documentation, we've converted them. They were previously being generated as PNGs, which were low resolution. They distorted and they were often difficult to read. So now they're in SVG format, which means you can scale them as you zoom. The equations, they scale with the text now. That's just a small improvement, but it does help with the accessibility. And one final thing to highlight in the documentation, I'm just going to quickly search for Python. So for the tutorials that contain code snippets, we have included code snippets. It makes them stand out more from the page. And they also come with a copy button, which will copy the raw text without any formatting attached to it. So you can copy and paste that directly into your script file. And this is only step one of what is going to be constant improvement. So we're going to constantly improve the content. So we've rewritten a lot of the content in technical English, which makes it more accessible, makes it more useful to anyone who chooses to use machine translation tools. And it also provides a standard that is the same standard we're using throughout with the technical publications team. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a great day.